Good evening, and thank you very much for joining us. I'm Andrew Gobiel. Now, of those more than a dozen shelters that the city has access to, they say that they will open them on an as-needed basis.
Make sure you bring the pets inside. Don't leave them out for any length of time, because they're like people. I mean, they can get frostbite and certainly can die in this kind of cold.
You know, and I'm thinking about the kids tomorrow morning out on the bus stops as well. So
layers, really bundle them up.
Now, city officials from Fall River to here in Rhode Island say that they don't write these tickets in the hopes of getting money. They're designed mainly to persuade people to get off the roads when a storm is coming. The money, however, really doesn't hurt. In Providence, Andrew Gobiel, ABC 6 News. Coming up tonight on ABC 6 News at 6, a surplus of snow means a shortfall of the gift of life. Blood donation centers are asking for your help. We'll tell you all about it after the break.
I like duck pin. Let's go duck pin.
I was thinking candle pin. I mean, that's
candle
the challenge.
pin, that's right.
All right, Ken, thank you very much. Serious weather we're dealing with tonight.
Dangerous cold tonight.
Talk about bold. If the charges are correct, Newport police say the owner of Ronzio's pizza store would actually sell pot out of pizza boxes. People would come and get it. Just steps away from Thompson Middle School here in Newport. And as if that wasn't bold enough, you know what's up the street right there, one block? The Newport Police Station. One off-duty cop I spoke to said the pizza was usually pretty good. Mansfield police are investigating that shooting tonight. A 22-year-old Brockton man dead after the shooting. Officer, or firefighter Morgan, he didn't answer the door at his Chepachet home, and he has not returned our calls. Now, that deputy assistant chief who also tried to get the same deal so far has not filed a grievance. In the newsroom, Andrew Gobiel, ABC 6 News.
Honest, fair, everywhere. Live from our downtown Providence studios, ABC 6 News at 6 starts right now.
We have a storm tracker alert right off the top tonight. We're about to see a little bit of snow overnight. Storm tracker meteorologist Jim Corbin is here now with your forecast. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, Andrew. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, we have an Alberta Clipper-like system. We've been tracking this for several days, and out ahead of it, the temperatures have warmed up just a little bit. 35 in Ninigret, right at the freezing mark in Charlestown. Also, Tiverton at the freezing mark. A little colder in North Kingstown, 30. Coventry, 28. Certainly cold enough to get a bit of snow. 27 Cumberland, and over the border, 28 in Taunton, Wareham, 27, and on Cape Cod, we're running at 31 degrees right now in Yarmouthport. Now, here's a zoom in of the satellite radar, and again, this is a typical Clipper system that moves across, typically brings us very light amounts of snow, and usually most of it is in northern New England, and that will be the case this time. We have had snow showers in Worcester and parts of Connecticut, so we'll dust the ground in a few spots this evening. Again, those snow showers will be around. The temperature may actually come up a few degrees as winds ahead of the system are out of the southwest, but the air is cold at all levels of the atmosphere, so certainly all precipitation will be in the form of snow showers. Again, just enough that by later on this evening, if you're out and about, you may have to brush off the windshield of the car. A few flakes at 11 o'clock, temperature right around 30 degrees. What about the rest of the weekend into next week? I'll have more on that in just a few minutes. In the Storm Tracker Weather Center, Jim Corbin, ABC 6 News. Jim, thanks. After this past week's storm, we're still getting reports from viewers about unplowed or poorly plowed roads. Our ABC 6 cameras are rolling this morning here on Linden Street. You can see for yourself. Only tire tracks seem to have come down this road. Another messy scene here on Woodmont Street. A plow did come by, but never came back to clear a wider path. Residents we spoke with complain you can't get more than one car by at a time. Right. Some of them say it's dangerous for kids walking to school.
I'm just worried about the school buses because my grandson is a front door pickup, and I want him to be able to get on the bus safely.
If you're dealing with a similar situation, unplowed streets and the like, find us on Facebook.com/ABC6News and drop us a line. Now to our big other story tonight, a deadly overnight shooting in Mansfield. Mansfield police are investigating that shooting tonight. A 22-year-old Brockton man dead after the shooting. Another man injured, suffering non-life-threatening injuries. Police say Adarito Cardoso was airlifted to a Boston hospital after he was shot in the head. He was pronounced dead at the hospital. The other victim's identity has not yet been released. The shooting took place at the Village at Mansfield Depot Apartments. Well, River City leaders are looking to collect on back taxes, and this time they say they're serious. The city is about to put a lien on more than 460 properties that owe fiscal 2010 taxes. The amount the city has owed, nearly $1 million. Commercial corporations, individual homeowners, it doesn't matter. City leaders say most of the debtors will make an effort to contact the city. Now those that don't could have a lien placed on their properties. If you'd like to find out just who owes money to the city of Fall River, we've posted it on our website. Go check it out. You know the address, abc6.com. Cities and towns across southeastern New England are doing their best to reach out to citizens, including, of course, joining the social media community. Now, some 700 friends of the town of Somerset thought they were friending the town's official Facebook page recently, until some less than friendly posts were added by the site's administrator. Turns out it wasn't the town's official Facebook page. The town itself has forwarded the site's info to the town's lawyers to see if they can get the site removed for inappropriately using the town's seal. Now to the very latest on the Tucson shooting 1 week later. Just a short time ago, Congresswoman Gabby Giffords had her breathing tube replaced as she continues to recuperate from the shootings. ABC correspondent Richard Cantu has the very latest.
The Safeway where it all began reopened for the first time since a gunman turned its parking lot into a killing ground. At a makeshift shrine, a moment of silence was held at the same hour the shooting started. A silence in blessed contrast to the chaos and confusion of last week.
There are multiple victims. We need a lot more units here. Multiple victims.
Customers have tackled the suspect. They are holding him down at the Safeway.
First responders recalled the scene.
And you could see the chaos that was going on.
I still can't grasp how big this is. I mean, this is amazing.
The accused gunman, Jared Loeffner, made this video last September on the grounds of his community college.
This is my genocide school.
It is punctuated with his rambling commentary.
If the student is unable to locate the external universe, then the student is unable to locate the internal universe.
Loeffner is seen just briefly as a ghostly reflection in a glass door. Giffords herself is in critical condition with a bullet wound to the head, but continues to make what doctors call remarkable progress. They took her off a respirator today. In his weekly address, President Obama said that despite the bloodshed,
We also discovered stories that serve to lift us up. Stories of heroism and bravery, of courage and community. Stories that remind us that we are one American family.
a family that is still in mourning. Richard Cantu, ABC News.
Now, if possible, there was some good to come from this tragedy. The organs of Christina Green, you'll recall the 9-year-old girl killed last week, have been donated to recipients across the country. Today it was announced a young girl in Boston received some of those organs. Christina's father confirmed the news, saying such generosity is what his daughter Christina was all about. In other news this evening, Canadian undercover cops coercing confessions. It's the subject of tonight's documentary, Mr. Big, which is airing right here on ABC6. We spoke with the director of the film, who claims her brother was targeted by police and wrongfully charged with murder.
It was in all the papers that my brother had confessed to murder during a Mr. Big sting. Now, of course, as his sister, my gut was saying he didn't do it. But it wasn't until the trial that all the evidence came out, that there was no DNA evidence that he did the murders. In fact, the DNA evidence of the crime scene pointed to other suspects.
Out from never-before-seen police video to heart-wrenching accounts by victims, it's a film you don't want to miss. Again, that's tonight after ABC 6 News at 11. Still to come tonight, some scientists of tomorrow have a bit of fun if they compete here in southern New England. We are, of course, the best drivers in the country. We know that, but a new study tells us just how we can get from point A to point B a bit quicker. Plus, up in flames, disaster strikes at a busy ski resort. These stories coming up. But first, a quick reminder, due to the playoff game tonight, Fox 64 is not going to have a newscast at 10 o'clock. So, as a community service, ABC 6 will broadcast a live 10 o'clock newscast on our sister station, News Channel 5. We'll see you tonight at 10.